Hello and welcome to David's World. Today we have more food. Yay! Okay, today I went to Tesco's. In Tesco's, they have in their own range, which is Tesco's exclusive, this. It is a 300 gram toad in the hole which requires cooking, so it is frozen. Now, the last time I got something like this that was frozen, they didn't put any plastic over its container, and they had put it in upside down into the box that it was in, and I put it on the shelf thinking it was the right way up. It defrosted and wet all of the box with, yeah. But, as we say, this is 300 grams. It is meant to take 40 to 45 minutes. That is a long time, okay? We have to remove this plastic stuff when you put it in the oven. But at my measure, because I'm going to measure the sausage, aren't we? Yes, we are. They're about 3 inches each. The container itself, well, it's longer than it's about 6.5 inches long by about almost 5 inches wide, and just over 1.25 inches tall. So you have to take it. You can't expect much from them type of measurements, and that it is 300 grams. But if you can make the Yorkshire pudding mix yourself, I'm sure you can still make it cheaper than what the price of this is. So, the pork sausage, which is what's in here, is 29% of the box weight. Now the box is 300 grams, so 29 plus 29 plus 29, what'd that come to? 87 grams. So 87 grams is the weight of the sausage, if my calculation was correct. Is there anything else that they're going to tell me what the weight is? Because it's all listed here, not easy to read, because they never put them big enough. Poor, more elderly people who with bad eyesight, lots of these boxes are really hard to read for what's in them. The sausage is the only thing that they'll give you a weight for, because the rest of it really is made up of the Yorkshire pudding batter itself. So we are taking that, if we said 87 grams was the sausage, that would make 213 grams is the Yorkshire pudding mix. Or are we weighing the container as well? No idea what the weight of the container is. But as we said, 210 degrees, so that's hotter than what the sausage rolls were, for 40 to 45 minutes. That's double the time for the sausage rolls took to do. So that could be 1 unit of electricity if I can pull in the 40 minutes. Of course, this item, like the sausage rolls, would never brown, so they can't go into a microwave to be cooked. So it does say not suitable for microwaves. That's because it can't brown it, and it would bubble it up, and it would burn it and make it turn rubber before it cooked it. It's probably the easiest thing to that. Now, it does say, which it always say, but people probably won't read that far, that the cooking times are guidelines, which does mean you need to keep your eye on it and come back. For this, probably after the first 15 minutes just to see what's happening. Then as soon as it's getting closer and closer to being cooked a bit more often. So 69p. Now for me, it always says for many products to cook from frozen, but in that case you are using electricity to defrost the item. Whether you can just defrost the item yourself and then cook it, it would cut the cooking time down. It's so easy for the manufacturers to say cook from frozen. It's probably because many people will just take something out of the freezer and shove it in, and it doesn't matter how long it takes. But you have to now think of cost. So cooking it from frozen means that it has to be defrosted first. The sausages are the densest item in this, so they will take the longest. So therefore you may get the Yorkshire pudding mixed to be a Yorkshire pudding faster than the sausages get to being cooked. So with that, I'm not having this straight away, but it needs to defrost, and I wanted to show you it before it defrosted. So for this, there will be a very big gap between this bit of the video and seeing it cooked. So with that, I'll catch you on that bit and we'll have a look at it and see what a 69p 4 sausage Yorkshire pudding mix tastes like. And hello, welcome back. We have now cooked it. It looks absolutely and utterly crap, is the only line that I can say. It didn't rise, even though it went in at the temperature it was supposed to, and it was starting to look at getting a bit on the brown side, and as you can see, it's actually no higher than what it was when I put it in, but you see it's starting to get really well done. What I did was I managed to turn it over, and it's still, I had to brown off that because it just wasn't cooked at all. I have no idea what it looks like underneath. We'll put it onto the plate rather than into the tin. It had the 40 minutes it was supposed to have, and parts of it are looking immensely hard. I can't physically get my fingernail through as much through that, but it hasn't risen. And you're going to say, why have you brought this to us? Because it's to say that not everything will work out if you buy something. 1 second. Now got the knife. The thing comes is that it took almost a unit of electricity to cook this. Can you hear it? So, as you see or don't see, there is no growth in it. It isn't liquidy, but it is immensely hard. If you can't make Yorkshire puddings, obviously I don't make Yorkshire puddings, that, as you see why I don't make Yorkshire puddings. This is nowhere near anything that I would bother with. Although it is cheap, the unit to use almost a unit of electricity to cook it, and it looks this bad. Yeah, it looks this bad. Just take it. Let's see what it tastes like. Let's just say Gordon Ramsay's safe for Yorkshire. The edges are really crispy. I would say hard, but I'm going to use the word crispy. The sausage is cooked. If I had left it any more and continued cooking it until the rest of it caught up with it, the whole top would be totally burnt using their temperatures. So the sausage isn't bad. You know, it's quite nice. But I think the simplest thing to do for this type of item is just go and buy some Yorkshire puddings ready made. Much faster. You know what you're going to get. Then get some of your favourite sausage, whether it's cheap, because you can get 20 sausages for £1 in Aldi and some of the others. Cook them up. Slice them. Put them into Yorkshire pudding. Maybe do some mashed potato and put it on the top in a bit of gravy, and that will taste a hell of a lot better and look better than what this does. So, would I buy this again? Hell no. It's far too expensive to cook in the oven for what you're going to end up getting. And it's much cheaper just to buy even a large ready-made 50p Yorkshire pudding and just add 4 sausages, and it will save the whole time, wasting time of cooking. So, from me, you get the good, the bad and the ugly, and I think I've got it all right here. So, with that, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. I've got to eat this rubbish now.